Welcome back to International Trends Channel. Today, we're dissecting the critical decisions that have led to President William Ruto's declining reputation and the growing public outcry for changes in his government. Let's get into it. It all started with the controversial finance bill. This bill included taxes on eco-levies for cars, sanitary pads, a 2.5% annual car tax, taxes on imports, and digital content. Major stakeholders like Safaricom and Coca-Cola called the bill punitive.
2024-2025, that was
In response to the backlash, President Ruto called his party UDA members of parliament to the State House and dropped most of the proposals. However, the damage was done. The youth, especially Gen Z and millennials, were outraged, demanding the bill be rejected entirely. The hashtag #RejectNotAmen trended on X, formerly Twitter. In Nairobi, protests turned chaotic. Protesters overpowered the police and breached parliament. Tragically, 19 people were reported killed by the police, and a sniper was spotted on a tall building. That night, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense gazetted military deployment without parliament approval. The president labeled the protesters as criminals and accused them of treason. The following day, a parliament session was convened with limited communication and a media blackout. The military deployment was approved. This escalated tensions, but later that day, President Ruto conceded, stating he would not sign the bill and returned it to parliament. The public saw this as a win, but it wasn't the end. 3 days later, in a joint media interview, Ruto made significant mistakes. When asked about the people who died, he defended the police, stating they did their best and focused on the property damage. This response further angered the public. These decisions have severely damaged Ruto's credibility. The public's demands include adherence to court orders, sacking all officials with corruption cases, reducing politicians' salaries, removing the First Lady's allocation, and reconstituting the IEBC body within 30 days. Amidst these internal struggles, the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, has also played a role. Kenya's reliance on IMF loans has resulted in pressure to implement austerity measures, including the very tax hikes that sparked protests. The IMF's involvement complicates the situation, as the government must balance economic reforms with public discontent. So, what happens next? Here are some potential outcomes. Government reforms. Implementing these changes could restore some public trust, but might require Ruto to sack key cabinet members and advisors. This could harm his 2027 campaign if these individuals shift to the opposition. Continued unrest. If Ruto remains in power and refuses to meet these demands, Kenya could face prolonged political instability and economic downturn. International intervention. The international community might step in with diplomatic efforts or economic sanctions to pressure the government into action. How do you think Kenya should navigate this crisis? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching International Trends Channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of global issues. Stay informed, stay engaged.